machines have a mold, and we're making a copy of that mold. Of course, when I put in a bigger or smaller mold, it will make a bigger or smaller shoe. It's the same when you make a duplicate of a key. This works the same way. Okay, as you can see, the inside and outside are done, but we can't finish the shoe at this moment because of the water that's in the wood. So we dry the wood now for about a week, and when the wood is dry, then we polish them, and if we want, we paint them. In Holland, we started wearing the shoes in the 15th century, and there were mostly practical reasons for that. For example, in the early days, you had big families, everybody had a lot of children, but shoes also were expensive. The wood was free available, so that was a cheap solution for the whole family to wear shoes. There were also a lot of professional groups with their own shoes, and this shoe, for example, is worn by a fisherman. As you can see, it has a little point at the front, and they used that point so they could easily pick up the nets with their shoe, so they could repair or clean the nets. Then we have the shoe that is worn by farmers. And also today, all the farmers still wear the shoes because they're very practical. As you can see, they're rounder, a bit wider at the bottom. This prevents you from sinking into the swampy soil, but the shoes also protect your feet very well against the hooves of an animal. If a cow or a horse steps on your toes, well, it doesn't matter because you don't feel it. That's why I always recommend the shoes for people who want to go dancing, but the person they're dancing with steps on their toes. You can't find a better shoe. Okay, then, this is a nice shoe because this shoe is worn at a wedding. Yeah, it's also a nice story, and any unmarried man pay attention because otherwise you'll never get married. Okay, the man falls in love with a lady and he decides to marry that lady. Then he carves the shoe like this. He puts the shoe at the front door of the house where the lady lives he would like to marry, and if she decides to wear the shoe the next day, it means she accepted the marriage proposal. Wow. The only difference is nowadays that I advise the man to put in a credit card and a big diamond ring. Because, be honest, a modern woman needs more than just a shoe. Huh? We deserve it. Yeah. I see all the women go and men like that. Okay. In Holland, we produce annually still 10 million pairs of shoes. Yeah, that's a lot, but lucky for us, 9 million of them are small souvenirs and 1 million to wear, and the Dutch people still wear them, for example, when they work in the garden, go to a camping site. All the farmers, like I said, or some factories, they are still allowed as a safety shoe up to a certain weight. Well, of course, I wear the shoes because they are very comfortable and